What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. We have top 10 facts about none other than the Viper, the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer himself, Randy Orton. Let's get straight onto the list, guys. Number 10, 2 wives. Randy Orton was married to his ex-wife, Samantha, and they had one daughter. During some storylines, the WWE wanted to have Randy Orton's wife involved in his storylines. He had 2 different wives on screen, and none of them were Samantha. Remember when Orton had a feud with Triple H in 2009, and Triple H trespassed and destroyed Orton's house? That's not Samantha, guys. Next, the next time his wife was seen on screen was in 2011, when Randy Orton had a feud with CM Punk during the WrestleMania 27 build-up. Orton would travel in buses to get to arenas, and they said that his wife was with him. Punk attacked Orton near the bus and blew a kiss to Orton's wife, and that's not Samantha either, guys. WWE, who are you fooling? Just use his goddamn real wife. Oh my god. Number 9, original theme song. Randy Orton has been in the WWE for many years, and when you're in the WWE for many years, you have a lot of different theme songs. One of his songs was actually CM Punk's old theme song, This Fire Burns, the one that goes, This Fire Burns. Alright, that's my best attempt at that, guys. Before CM Punk had the theme as his own, Randy Orton used it on a March 3rd, 2006 episode of SmackDown. WWE was finding a replacement for his amazing old theme song, Burn in My Light, which was used since 2004, but after 1 week they changed it back to his old theme. Finally, they found a theme for him, which is voices, and he currently uses it today. Number 8, like father, like son. Usually in the sports world, you have the blood of an athlete. Look at the Manning family, or even the boxing Ali family. The Orton family is no different. Randy Orton is a 3rd generation wrestler, with his father and his uncle having wrestling experience. Orton's dad is Bob Orton Jr. His dad was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2005, and has been in some of Randy's storylines. Yeah, this isn't an actor like his ex-wife, guys. Also, Cowboy Bob Orton was even the reason why Randy Orton won some of his big matches. And you have Randy's uncle, Barry Orton, who wrestled until 1992. Number 7, the RKO meaning. Every wrestler has their unique move and even their unique name to that move. That's called a finisher. Orton has one of the most beloved finishers of all time, even though it's the cutter that a lot of people used back then. But back to what I was saying, everyone loves the RKO. The RKO was made during Randy Orton's time as a legend killer. People even started yelling RKO, RKO, and chants broke loose. But what does the RKO even mean? Guys, you're about to hear what RKO finally means after all these years. It's nothing more than his full name, Randy Keith Orton, guys. Yes, something that simple is such a great name. Number 6, military past. Randy Orton was a member of the USMC, but he was discharged for doing bad things. Let's talk about those bad things. In 1999, Randy Orton was only 19 years old, and he served 38 days in a military prison after being sent to AWOL not once, but twice, because he disobeyed an order from a commanding officer. Orton would later be tried and convicted by a special court-martial. Somehow, after all this, only 3 years later, Randy Orton made his debut in the WWE, and OVW even signed him only months after all this happened. Number 5, the boot from the Marine 2. Even though the Marine 2 wasn't that great of a movie, Orton was supposed to play the leading role character in the film. Orton just couldn't run away from his past, even though it was 13 years later. WWE Studios just started, and they were putting top names in movies to blow this new thing up. The company didn't have billions of hits, but it did help show some of the wrestlers' acting skills, such as Big Show, The Miz, and John Cena. In 2012, John Cena's sequel to the film The Marine was set for production, with Randy Orton as the main role. However, many former Marines were furious that Randy Orton had the lead role because of what he did when he was younger. The WWE decided to pull Orton from production and found Ted DiBiase Jr. as a replacement, and then the WWE later apologized regarding the situation. Don't feel too bad for Orton, because he would go on to be the main leading role in 12 Rounds 2 Reloaded. Number 4, youngest champion ever. Randy Orton is probably going to go down as one of the best in the WWE of all time. He's wrestled with the company's best from the past, present, and don't forget he's only 35 years young, which means he will wrestle the future of the WWE. Orton, as a part of Evolution, defeated Chris Benoit for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam 2004. With the win, Orton was not only crowned the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, but also the WWE's youngest superstar to ever hold the championship at the age of 24. Yes, guys, 24. We had champions back then that young. Orton's victory also led to him being kicked out of Evolution and starting a great solo career. Number 3, referee days. Orton was in the middle of his military past and his early wrestling career. While he did get some buzz for being the son of Bob Orton, Randy still had to learn everything about being a pro wrestler to get his chance to become a WWE wrestler. After making his debut in 2000 at Mid-Missouri Wrestling Association - Southern Illinois Conference Wrestling, yes guys, that's the whole name, Orton worked as a referee for the World Organized Wrestling. Another good thing of Orton working there as a ref was his uncle Barry Orton was there. The referee stint was not too long though, as Orton signed with OVW months later. This was a better experience wearing stripes because anything is better than prison, guys, let's face that. Number 2, ruining other careers. Randy has a short temper and people know that. Orton has no patience for those who botch a move in the ring, as his complaints have caused major turns for 2 former wrestlers. In his hot feud with Kofi Kingston, Orton was going to punt Kofi during a match on Raw. However, Kofi Kingston botched one of the moves and instead got an RKO for his troubles. After the move, Orton was yelling, "Stupid, stupid, stupid" at Kofi multiple times. Shortly after, the feud and Kofi's push were both nixed. Then we got another superstar, Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy was another victim of Orton's short temper, and he actually lost his job. At Raw, Kennedy made his return after being injured for multiple months and was put in a 10-man tag match. During the match, Kennedy performed a back suplex on Orton and it hurt Orton more than it should have. Orton was not too happy about that. When Orton went backstage, he was furious, yelling and complaining that Kennedy was unsafe and also almost hurt him in the ring. Kennedy said that Orton jumped a little too much when selling the move. Kennedy was fired just 4 days later and 6 months later made his TNA debut. And number 1, so many problems. Randy Orton knows the WWE wellness policy like the back of his head. This is not a good thing. Most of his problems consisted of drugs, but some were even for being a jerk. In April 2006, Orton was suspended for 60 days due to unprofessional conduct, which was said to be a marijuana offense. Guess what happened again later in that year, in August? If you guessed a suspension for a drug test failure, you are right! This was the first strike under the wellness policy. In May 2012, guess what? Yes, another one. Orton got his second strike under the wellness policy and faced a 60-day suspension, which is the reason he wasn't at Raw 1000 in his hometown. Orton also had many fights with fans. I'll end the video with him slapping an emo guy.
Do you have a big TV?
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more, and who do you want to see next for top 10 facts? Leave it in the comments below. Take care and spike your hair.